I'm Daniel, and this is Perfect Pawn, or pawnpawn.com, the internet home of the Perfect Pawn. And we usually don't do product reviews, but today we're going to be reviewing the Airwheel A3. As you it's a little difficult, a little hard to maneuver. Whoa! All right, let's take a look here. Let's come off of this thing. This is the Airwheel A3, and usually we don't do product reviews at Perfect Pawn. Usually we talk about the things that we buy. We actually look at other products and try to tell you about it. But today, I'm very excited. My uncle Eric actually went to China and picked up a few dozen of these for Christmas, 2015. We're selling these for $2,000, I believe. It's a little expensive, but it's really awesome. And I just wanted to do a quick product review of everything from the safety aspects of it and the functionality of it. Basically, I don't know if you're familiar with a Segway, but a Segway works on a gyroscope principle. And if you don't know what that is, you should look it up. But gyro, which everybody knows in Greek, is a very famous sandwich. But what it actually means is a circle. And what it means by that is a circle that is self-balancing. And what this thing does is it actually allows the user to balance himself, and it has a microchip inside of it and a sensor. Whereas when you lean forward, the actual unit starts to go forward and it balances you out. So your natural body motion allows this thing to move. And there's grippers, there's no throttle. I don't know if anyone's paid attention to those hoverboards that are very popular right now, but what this is a combination between a sitting unit and those hoverboards. And honestly, I think this is the future of personal mobility. I know that recently they've made those hoverboards illegal in New York, and I'm not sure what the legal aspect of what's going to happen here, but this thing is really, really awesome. Before I even start to review it, I want to take it for a quick spin just to show you guys how quickly it works, so just watch this. There's a kickstand. The whole thing is made out of heavy-duty plastic and aluminum, so it's relatively lightweight. It weighs about 25 pounds, and once the unit is upright like this, it's pretty functional to move anywhere you want it to go. Once it's activated with this remote control, and oh, you hear that beep? I've activated. Now it no longer is mobile, and the gyroscope is activated. So what this unit will do now is move forward or back, depending on the direction of the user. Now I'm going to walk it outside. Easy, boy. All right. Let's take this bad boy outside. And let's take it for a spin. As you can see, this thing and the kickstand just comes right down, and it can stand up right here. As you can see, this thing is really awesome. I actually think that this is a real game changer, and the reason why I'm saying this is because a Segway is thousands of dollars, about $5,000 to $12,000 for a Segway. This unit is under $2,000, and it's much more functional than a Segway because when you stand up on a Segway, you actually get a little bit tired. This thing allows you to sit down. As you can see, when I was using it, I was able to stand up pretty successfully with it. I don't think it's really meant to stand up. It doesn't balance as well when you're standing up. I felt it a little bit shaky, but in general, I thought this thing was really stable when I was riding it. And I don't know if you noticed, it was in the rain, but it had really good traction. Let me try riding it right now while I even just talk to you. I mean, this thing just like begs to be ridden. It has a couple of more features. It has this little light in the front that we can turn on like this. Oh, let's move it back. See, there are some downsides to this unit, and I think that as time goes on, they'll just simply engineer it a little bit better. But see, right now, once it's on, it doesn't stay by itself. It actually moves forward all by itself, and it's a little bit dangerous. I don't think that that's always the smartest thing, but it can be calibrated. Once you're on it, though, it really is amazing. I know that wheelchairs are meant for stability and safety, but I think that if there was a way to incorporate a gyroscope element into certain wheelchairs, I believe that they'll be functioning a lot better. What do I know? Another mobility. I mean, look at this. The control is incredible. Just the angles and how close I'm able to spin in and out and go forward and talk to somebody at a retail counter. I mean, I can't explain it to you how smooth this thing really is. It's just incredible. So this is the Airwheel A3. We have them available for around $2,000 for the holiday season. We're not really in the business of retailing them, but this one I decided to actually carry because it is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I think that if I were to make this, I would make it a little bit more interactive as far as the front screen. But for under $2,000, you're getting a very high value for what you're paying. A lot of those skateboards, the hoverboards, you can buy a cheap one for under $200 for $180 to $200, but they're not very good quality. I've had them before, I've reviewed them. They're not anything that I would actually step on. The good hoverboards are around $600-700, but if you're going to be spending $600-700, why don't you get something like this for $1,500 to $2,000, and then you can actually ride it in much different terrain. The hoverboards don't allow you to go on curbs. This thing actually jumps curbs without a problem. As you can see, I've been moving around it without any issues. The battery is great. I've been using the battery for the past 2 days. I probably used it 2 to 3 hours total time. It still hasn't died. I haven't recharged it. This is the way it came from the factory. And I don't know. Let's see what else is there. There's a little button when you sit on it, which actually turns the unit on and off. And then, whoa. All right. So, whoa. It's a little, you have to know what you're doing a little bit. So as I turned it off, there are no on-off switches really directly on the unit. That's the other downside. So you always have to have the remote. If for some reason you lose the remote, you should always have a backup one clipped on. So this is the Airwheel A3. Really cool little unit. Come check it out. But even if you don't buy it from me, I think that you really should understand that this is the evolution of personal transportation vehicles. I remember Back to the Future, everyone knows the hoverboard was just this crazy thing that is unrealistic and would never happen in our lifetime, but this is very close to it, and this doesn't fly, but it really allows maneuverability that I've never ever seen before in a personal vehicle under $2,000 price range. So check it out, Airwheel A3. Come to any of the Perfect Pawn locations. We usually have these, and we'll probably have them until the end of Christmas season. And come check out some of the other videos. I know that nobody really watches these videos, but if anybody actually tunes in, you find them very, very interesting. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.